and you generate bodhicitta. You think very much of how nice it would be to get to a state of perfection, omniscience, and then to help everybody else, take away their suffering and give them every kind of happiness and cause of happiness. At this point, normally you do a tonglen, but we'll do tonglen a little later. Find one person that is suffering. But for now, you just think of all the various, think about all the people in the world that are suffering, and all the animals that suffer, all the various class of beings that you can see suffering now. Then think about the ones you can't see. Invite your teacher to come and meditate with you. And it could be a formal teacher, or somebody who has inspired you through books, or somebody very holy, the most holy person in your mind. Maybe some people have that respect for Dalai Lama, or Tishnanahan, or some of those guys. So they bring them here in your mind. Always make them very happy. And usually start with the outline of them from some memory, and eventually construct the entire person there, and give the, make it real. That person is really there, very happy with you that you're actually getting your butt down on a cushion and meditating. Then you think about their good qualities. For me, I've seen many good qualities from my teachers, and I just bring them up, how many times they've taught me. And sometimes they teach you and it's not that good of a, it hurts. Then think about how much quality they have that you can't see. Kind of like when you know a person all your life and then they come up with something new and you're like, wow, how did I even, you thought you knew everything about them. Same thing with teachers. They have a lot of good qualities. And you bring up one particular thing that you've done today that was not so good. In what kind of sense? Anything in your mind, a thought, or something you said to another person that hurt another person, or maybe you got into a bar fight, did something bad physically, and bring it up and regret it. It's not like you're going to go to the hell because God, you did a bad thing, affront against God. It's like Buddhist regret is kind of like I did a really bad karma, and especially if I was mentally afflicted at the time, then I will most likely have to see the result of that karma. So I'll have to suffer in the future. So it's just kind of like a conscious regret, an intelligent kind of regret. Like, that stinks. Hopefully I can change that. And be specific with that, not some kind of general. We all know what our little problems are. Then you think of something good you've done today. It's not like, I grew up with Catholicism, and I don't know, maybe Americans don't feel like it's a little too egoic or a little too ego or self-cherishing to say I did something, or you got a big head if you think I've done something good. But in Buddhism, you should, to help with your spiritual progress, you should actually own the things that you did that were good. Like, wow, I really did something good today. I made somebody happy. There's something I said. I thought really good thoughts about people. And I did some good things, helped other people with my actions. That's a good thing. And particularly if somebody else did something good and you saw that and rejoiced in your mind with that, then that's considered a virtue in Buddhism. You read a newspaper article where, you know, somebody's tried to stop a war somewhere, and you rejoiced in the fact that there's some people wanting peace in the world. And that's a good thing. Rejoicing is very powerful virtue, to rejoice in good deeds. And you ask that the teachers keep on turning the wheel of the Dharma, or that the good people, saints in the world, continue to preach, stay in the world, teach the Dharma, and then to ask them not to leave. My teacher, Geshe, passed away, and in Tibetan traditions, they often say he withdrew his emanation. Means that he just made the appearance of leaving. You don't say that a Tibetan, like a teacher just died. It's kind of disrespectful. It's like you say in a very honorific sense that he just withdrew the emanation. So in the Tibetan version of this type of prayer, the preliminary to meditation, you say, please don't pretend to withdraw your emanation, So just ask that the teacher stick around. The reality is that they will stick around as long as you have virtue. Teachers can't leave. If you have good enough karma, then they teach you. So it really is dependent upon your virtue, which you're collecting right now by doing this practice. Then now we'll do a tongue line meditation, particularly Len. You bring your mind back to your breath.